Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going fabulous. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to create a card using the Spellbinders, a few elements from the Spellbinders Liberty Collection. This is the Sunday Drive All Occasion Sentiments. It's meant to fit inside your Sunday Drive die set trunk. So that's perfect, and I love that. I've created a few projects. This is what your Sunday Drive die set creates. It creates that fun convertible, and this collection has a lot of features that will coordinate with your Sunday Drive die set. And I'll list it down below. But I love this little convertible car. We're going to be playing with we're going to use the sentiment stamp for our card today, and we're going to use the stencil for our background. We're going to create a little scene. We're going to start off by die cutting using our Sunday Drive die set. I have my silver mirror cardstock. We're going to take the bumper and then the headlights and the side view mirrors with silver. The car, we're going to use some teals. This is the color Essentials cardstock, and I have the waterfall, the teal topaz, and the lagoon. I'm going to die cut out my elements with those three colors, and then of course I'm using my black or my onyx cardstock to die cut out the rack and also the tires and the steering wheel. Once everything is die cut, this is your trunk part. It's so easy to put together, guys. Your trunk opens up, which is super cute because you can put a hidden message in there. You could actually use the Sunday Drive All Occasion Sentiments to stamp inside your trunk or outside. It's just up to you. I decided to die cut out one more of my card base, my car trunks. I'm going to tape it closed on the reverse side just using my best ever craft tape, and then this way I can stamp my sentiment on there, and it's the perfect for layering. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pop up my bumper. I like to do this one first. I did use some foam adhesive just to give it a little dimension. We place that in the very bottom of our car piece. After we have that adhered, we're going to go ahead and take this little piece is the convertible part, and I die cut that out with the lagoon cardstock. We just put a thin bead of glue on the very bottom and attach that to our car on the very top of it. Once we have that adhered, this little piece would be considered the car interior. I die cut that out with teal topaz, and we're going to go ahead and add that. You want to make sure that this one is kind of evenly spaced for it to look right. And then you can see the left and right of that piece. That's where you're going to attach your side view mirrors. Okay, looks good so far. Now we have our window portion. I'm just evening it out a little bit. Our little window portion, you can put a thin bead of glue on the very bottom, then you can attach that right in the center of the front of the car, and you can see how easy it is to put together. I just love this. The Sunday Drive and the Truckin' Through the Seasons are so much fun. Okay, now we're going to adhere our steering wheel first. I'm just going to add a dot of glue. Now, if you're in Europe, you can put the steering wheel on the left, and I'm putting it on the right here. And then we're going to go ahead and attach our luggage rack. Just add 2 dots of glue to the left and to the right. And you want to go just above the trunk. You don't want to interrupt your opening and closing of the trunk. So just attach that just above your trunk. There is a present in the die set too, if you want to add some presents in there. I'm going to add the wheels to the left and to the right, and just using a dot of glue. And then our car, oh, I did add my brake lights, and then also my side view mirrors. They take a little bit longer to glue, but I added those to the left and right. But that is your fun car or convertible. Isn't it so cute? Okay, after we have this done, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. In the Sunday Drive All Occasion Sentiments, there is sentiments that fit perfectly on top of the trunk or in the trunk, but there's some block letter sentiments too. And I chose the one that says "Miss You," and I'm going to stamp that on the inside. I was kind of inspired to create this card from my sister. She used to when we lived in California together, she used to knock on my door and with a cup of coffee, and I would always say she kidnapped me, but she would take us to the coast, just like a surprise weekend day trip. It was really nice. So this is what the sentiment in here reminds me of. It says, your greatest adventure starts here. That's the one I'm going to use for the very top of my trunk. So miss you will be on the inside. You can see just adding that tape behind there is nice because you can pop it up, and I like dimensions, so that's what we're going to do, add some foam adhesive. Now once we have this done, we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment for our trunk. I'm going to be using, again, the Your Greatest Adventure Starts Here, and then we'll have Miss You on the inside. I'll just put that on an acrylic block. We're going to grab some black ink and some white cardstock, and we're going to stamp this. And I actually am going to change my mind. I'm going to clean off my stamp, and I thought we could add a color to the adventure, because Your Greatest Starts Here is all block font, in block letters. Adventure is a scripty font, so I thought we would have a two-tone sentiment. So I'm stamping Your Greatest on top. I masked off Adventure, so leave that open, and Starts Here on the bottom. And then I'll clean off my stamp really good, and we're going to mask off the top and bottom, and then add some teal colored kind of coordinating ink to the adventure. This way we can stamp it right in between, and it kind of stands out. I think this is going to look really good on the trunk of the car. Now I'm stamping it on white cardstock because in the die set there's happy that you can spell with balloons, and then there is birthday that you can die cut out with the trunk. So there's an outline die that I'm going to take that will fit the trunk perfectly, and we'll just die cut out our sentiment here. And I think it's going to look really, I love that color on cards. It just reminds me of like old Thunderbirds or something. But I'm going to go ahead and use my tape runner and adhere our sentiment, and then our car is good to go, and we're going to work on our scene for the background. I'm going to go ahead and line that up. Okay, today we're going to make a mini slimline card. I always make A2, but I've been loving the mini slimlines lately. So what I started to do is I took my stencil, and then I'm using my Wild Honey Distress Oxide ink, and I'm adding some shading. I'm not going all the way to the bottom. This panel measures 3 inches by 6 inches. My mini slimline cards, I like to measure 3¼ inches by 6¼ inches. So this is going to be slightly smaller than my card base. Now my hill and my mountain area, my hill is that very dark green. It's called blue spruce. I just freehand with my scissors 2 lumps to create my own, and then the graphite, the gray below it, I did the same thing. I did die cut out a few clouds. The clouds are so nice. These have been in the Spellbinders shop for a while, but they're called the Sun and Clouds die set, and I like the clouds because there's embossed detail. I'm just going to add a few to my background. They're going to be overhanging, but we're going to trim it off. Now I wasn't happy with the blue spruce cardstock, so I freehand another mountain. This time I freehanded it with my silver fox cardstock, and I was happier with the grays. I just kind of spread them out a little bit more, and then I just trimmed off the excess. Now my car is going to overhang a little bit, and I'm going to trim part of it off just so it'll fit in my envelope. But I added it to my panel, just remove the backing off of my foam squares, and then added my panel to my card base. You can see the border there. I trimmed off the left side of my convertible there, and now we're going to add some bells and whistles on the rear view or side view mirrors. I'm going to go ahead and add a little sparkle with some glitter drops, and then when I die cut out my rear view lights, there's a piece that you can insert in there, but it was awful tiny, so I just chose to fill it in with my silver glitter drops. I thought we were missing just something, I don't know what, so I went through my stash, and I had recently did a video with this floral die set. It's the Petite Flower Potpourri. die set, and I just die cut out one of the leaves and a couple flowers, and I'm going to put it to the right of my car just to bring down some of that orange. And I was so happy with the way this turned out. These are like the perfect size flowers, and I'm going to tuck this underneath here. I just needed something, and I think this worked out perfectly. And then we're going to dot our flower centers with some of Color Essential Gems. This is the crystal mix, and I bumped my glitter on my side view, so I gotta fix that. But that is my project today, guys, using a couple items from the brand new Liberty Collection over at Spellbinders. I hope you get a chance to check it out. It's super fun. Have a fabulous day, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. We will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.